We had some challenges, for sure, financial challenges, trying to get enough proceeds in to run the organization the way that the members expected it to be run. So it was a difficult period, a very difficult time, and I'm proud of what we accomplished. I'm very proud that the CRN is now celebrating 50 years. That's incredible. So congratulations to everyone at the CRN, and I know you'll continue for another 50 years, and we won't be a part of it, but it'll still be the organization that people look to support this wonderful industry.
And it all goes back to CRN. So in the last 50 years, CRN became known both in Congress as well as internationally as the leader. And I can't thank them enough. It made my job easy. And so I commend CRN for the last 50 years. And I know as we go on, they'll continue to represent the industry admirably.
I remember we had a conference out in California, I believe, and a former chair, Bill Van Dyke, came in. He was the head of the meeting that year, and he came in on a horse. So I don't know how many people have horses in their meetings, but we did, and I was just as shocked as everybody else. But here comes Bill on a horse, and gets off the horse, welcomes everybody to the meeting. I think we moved the needle considerably, and subsequent chairs, I think, would agree that it's a much better space today than it could have been had we been sort of legislated into a very narrow perspective of commerce.
But I reflect back on that time, because with those people and so many more that I can't mention today, the legacy for me in my engagement was we had a ton of fun. I learned constantly from my peers and from the CRN staff. And ultimately, I left with the gift of friendship with so many that I worked with on the board that I'm still in regular touch with today. The networks you create and the friendships you create in business is probably the most powerful asset, in your working life that you can build. And in my experience in industry, it's been the greatest gift, as I've mentioned. And working with CRN, I had that opportunity to do just that. And I would invite you all to be active and try and pursue the fun and the learnings and the friendships that I did.
I was very proud of the way CRN was the first responder to any kind of industry challenges and issues. Steve always handled that in a professional way. He had the support of the board. We had a very good communication system, so we were in touch on a regular basis for purposes of these responses. It just was a well-oiled machine, and I have been on and continue to be on a number of boards, and honestly, the model of CRN in many ways has helped me.
Incredible. But I'm very proud that CRN has been able to deliver the message to the public, which is we keep people healthy. That's the key. We talk about dietary supplements, but the reality is it goes one step further. We keep people healthy. Our customer base, the people who take dietary supplements, are healthier than other people who do not. Simple as that. So to me, that is a very rewarding experience, very rewarding as being part of the industry.
So I think the industry has gained and garnered a significant amount of respect over the course of the last 10 years. And I think particularly so with the quality of companies that have come into the industry and recognize the importance of belonging to CRN as the leading trade association. So I think the industry has changed for the good.
And then I remember for that first board meeting in March of March of 2020. For that first board meeting in March of 2020, Steve and I were going back and forth. We weren't sure what to do. I was supposed to be in Salt Lake City. My parents live out there, and so I was going to spend the weekend and see my parents, and was looking forward to going out there. But we made the very difficult decision to move the meeting virtually. And it's a good thing we did, because that was the right thing to do. But imagine the scenario in which people came back from that meeting sick. So that's what we did, is we held it virtually and figured it out from there.
I remember when I first entered this industry in 1999, I worked for a very small company, and one of the first meetings that I saw was John Cordero from CRN coming in to meet with my boss and talk about the work that CRN was doing. And then fast forward just a few years, Jeff Leon of Douglas Laboratories tapped me. He was part of our organization and thought we would be well served if I served on the board and took his board seat. And that was a pivotal moment for me and a great opportunity. I should thank him and will, because it really allowed me to, engage on a totally different level with the industry. And I've had a lot of opportunities from that. I've had the opportunity to serve as the SSAC chair, to MC the conference, and then to serve as a board chair. And I think it's been great to serve the industry in that way, and I'm enjoying that I'm continuing to do so.